job is always causing stress. All I ever do is work, I don't get no rest. I know Thursday night is on the way. Down in troubled waters, Mike's where the bay. Pour me a drunk donkey IPA. Let that magic mango chase my blues away. I know that I'll be among my friends. The Mike's where the page goes live again. There we go. Said that things were bad and he was feeling down. I told him Thursday's on the way. Leave me in troubled waters, Mike's where the page. We'll be pouring drunk donkey IPA. Let that magic mango chase our blues away. We know that we'll be among our friends. Little Mike's where the page goes live again. There we go.
And we have audio. What's up, everybody? Hey, morning, Coneheads. I'm mobile in the bedroom, so hopefully you can hear me. Let me turn the audio up a little bit. We have the construction guys working on the kitchen, so you're going to hear a little noise in the background, a little hammering, a little sawing, a little grinding. Morning grind. We got the morning grind. So, hey, what's up, Coneheads? A little bit to talk about the tropics. No countdown clock. Jimmy, I'm mobile. I got my mobile studio set up. So I made a secondary setup here in the house, in the bedroom, in case this ever happened. So, what's up there, Whitney? Hump Day. Yep. Noise. What's up, Don? Yeah, that was our new song from Andy Simmons, Drunk Donkey IPA. It was awesome. We had our big party last Thursday at the Troubled Waters Brewery. A lot of fun. A lot more fun to come with that. A lot more. That was just a taste of the beginning. So, yeah, so we got cool mornings. Hey, what do you guys think about that? It's absolutely crazy outside. Emily goes to school this morning, and she's like, oh, I need my jacket. It was 63 here in Oldsmar. The cold front is all right. So we're looking at this blob. Here's a blob we're going to talk about. But let's take a look at where the cold front's at real quick, and then we'll talk and then we'll say hello. And let's. So here you go. Here's the current surface chart, and there's where the cold front is. So if you are around Okeechobee South, it might not be there yet. Miami, unfortunately, you're in the 70s. So only place in the whole country not feeling our cold front is Miami, Key West, maybe Fort Lauderdale. So anyway, real quick, we're going to do a big thanks to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. They're our sponsor, of course, for our Facebook Live. So huge thanks to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Half of their stores are cool right now. The other half are warm. They have a bunch of stores in South Florida. So if they're on a corporate call, half the employees are in T-shirts, the other half are in jackets. Because if you're in Florida and it's 50 degrees, you're in jackets. What's up there? Somebody from Denver? I got my phone over here today, so it looks like I'm looking at my phone. So Susan, you got snow in Denver. What the heck's up with that? Crazy. Ooh, crap. So what else you guys saying? All right, so ABC, what's up, Whitney? Up, Cancun, little wet down there. All right, so let's take a look at the tropics. Here's the map. So we do have a little yellow circle. If you watched yesterday, we talked heavily about this. Two things down here. We got a tail end of a front that was really juicy yesterday on the IR satellite, and we had a little tropical wave south of Cuba. And what generally happens is these two kind of merge together and make a big low pressure area. And the NHC last night marked it. Right now it's currently just off the coast of the Yucatan. And it has a chance to curve up into the Bay of Campeche and has a few day window possibility of forming up into something. So the NHC's got it at 30% today. Merge into the Bay tomorrow, and then upwards, and then eventually northeastward Friday, Saturday. Some rain chances, yes. Very few model supports on this developing right now, which is good news. It's just a big sloppy mess right now. So there's the heart of it down here. This is the leftover front. The leftover front, what it pretty much does is lowers the pressures in the area, keeps things juicy and moist. We haven't used moist. When's the last time we said moist? That used to be our word, remember? Moist. I got my Bang drink today too. I still don't have a K-cup set up. I'm drinking Froze Rose. Bang drink. Froze Rose. Look it out. Froze Rose. That's what we're doing. We're freezing here in Florida. It's 62, man. We're freezing. The roses are freezing. Frozen roses. So, hey, listen. No big worries right now. This thing's going to cross over the Yucatan and emerge. So nothing today at all. So the big question will be tomorrow. Then there's a front coming down. Let's take a look at that. This is what's going to happen. We'll show you the models. There's a secondary front coming down. Here's the day after tomorrow. Well, they already got the rains. So here's another front coming down. This is surface chart for Friday, and look at that. We're already getting heavy rain, flash flooding for East Texas into Louisiana. Yeah, that's our Halloween. So these are the Halloween sound effects. So as we got the saw in the background in the kitchen, that's actually Freddy Krueger. And we're going to Hollow Screen tomorrow night. If any of you fans are going to Hollow Screen tomorrow, hit me up. We'll be there, Emily and me. Yeah, Steve. Golf blob. All right, so anyway, Louisiana, you guys are definitely getting rain again. Seems like it's always a story for the Upper Gulf. This is Friday into Saturday. That appears all we're going to get out of this thing. Let's look at some individual model maps. The Europeans slightly showing some sort of development. Nothing more than a depression. This is Gulf of Mexico ensembles. Very few. We got one little stray guy, a little stronger, but most of them pretty weak. That's good news. Right now, nothing appears to be developing. But, always an area to watch. For sure. So let's look at the rain map. That's what's interesting because it can definitely spoil your weekend plans if you are in the Upper Gulf. So let's take a look because some pretty big high rain totals are coming out already with this system, both from the GFS and the Euro. So let's take a look at that real quick because I clicked the wrong buttons, and then we'll digest some more good stuff here. So let's take a look at rain. So Upper Gulf, Texas and Louisiana for sure. Rain starting Friday into Saturday. Could be cleared out by the weekend. We'll look at 5-day precipitation. All right, so you can see this developing system. This is 24 hours from now. This is the rains down in the bay, and they slowly come upwards. Let me see if I can make sure I'm not using the screen here and go down a little bit. So here's your rains coming up. There's our next frontal system in Upper Texas, Oklahoma, pulling up our moisture. This is East Texas, Louisiana. This is Friday morning, 7 a.m. We start to get accumulation, and then there's the big rain going up into Mississippi and Alabama. So you can follow the line. This is our tropical disturbance pulling northward and then northeastward. This is Saturday morning. All right, so most of the rain probably will be out of here by Saturday afternoon. This is, it's pretty heavy stuff, though. I mean, we're talking 3, 4, 5 inches of rain. A couple little pockets here, 6, 7, 8 inches. So that's the Euro. GFS pretty much showing the same thing. Gulf Energy pulls up northward. And this is Thursday. Friday morning, it starts to creep close. So Friday we're starting to get a little bit of creepage as our sound effects have the creepy sound effects. And then there's your GFS pulling northeastward. And again, pockets of rain, Louisiana. So could be a little bit of shot of development right here before it makes the coast Friday and then Saturday. So that's what you got to look forward to. Let's look at the estimated radar. Look at the time frame of the radar. That's not a good one. Let's do this map here. This is all right. So here you go. Here's what the radar is going to look like. This is going in time. This is tomorrow morning. There's our blob energy. This is tomorrow morning noontime. Here's our next front. Let me get back to that. Here's our next front coming down. Next front's going to pick it up, pull it northeastward. That's what they do this time of year. And they meet in the middle right here. So we're going to have, frontal energy merges with tropical energy. This is Friday at 7 a.m. Heavy rains possible along Texas into Louisiana on Friday morning. And then our system pulls northward. And this is Saturday, 7 a.m., Saturday noon. So there's our system way up into the middle U.S., Kentucky, Tennessee region. A little bit of energy here left over, but by Sunday, it clears out. So again, this is Friday, Saturday rain event for Texas, Louisiana. A little bit of lingering rain Sunday, but there's our big system way up in the northeast. It merges with a front. There's our next front coming down. There's been teasing of cool air for Florida on Halloween. That's not this front. There's a secondary front coming. So there's our Halloween front setting up later in the week. This is Halloween Eve, and this one could bring cool weather to November 1st and down into Florida. But so anyway, just a big old juicy sloppy mess right now. Nothing, other than a big rain event Friday, Saturday. The only interesting model out there, if you want to look at the gloom and doom models, there is one model on Tropical Tidbits here we can take a look at. Here's the latest GFS just to show you what it's showing. There's our system down here. This is going into Friday. And, there's our front. This is Saturday. Really no development. So that's good news. Big rain event. The only model that's really showing anything is the Navy model, which last night's run, this is what it showed. It showed the energy hanging around. This is the weekend. Actually showed the energy staying behind the front, actually developing, and holy cow, where did this come from? This is Halloween Eve right here, the Navy model. It's only one model run of many, but it's an outside chance. That energy could get into the Bay of Campeche. The front could be weak. The front could not pick it up. That low level sits around for a few days over the weekend, tries to develop, and pulls up. But that's such an outside shot right now that I wouldn't stress about it. But keep it in the back of your mind. Sabrina, yeah. Oh, you must be talking about the stars. Yeah, that's something new they wanted me to test. Hey, I guess it's pretty cool that one of the owners, I don't remember his name, actually Andy Simmons pointed out to me, but Facebook's watching us because we got so many people watching our telecast. We had 44,000 during Dorian at one time. We peaked at 44,000 at one time. So now I'm getting emails from Facebook, which is pretty cool. We must be something special. If actually one of them wanted to join our supporter page, one of the engineers. I don't know if anybody accepted them or not, but I thought that was pretty cool. So anyway, the Navy model, yeah, it's just one model of many. But here's our blob again. That's what we're watching. Cool weather right now. Let's take a look at current temps just for fun. It's definitely cool out there. The only people missing out on the fun are Miami, South Florida. Here you go. This is current temp. 66 in Tampa, 80 in Miami. Oh my God, Miami. You guys are already 80 degrees at 9 in the morning. Yeah. I don't know about the whole thing. Hey, as long as they leave me alone, Whitney. But anyway, there's our cold front 50s. Check it out. 40s way down in the middle of Alabama. Look at that. Almost 39 in Birmingham. So enjoy it. Unfortunately, the heat returns tomorrow and the humidity. So thanks, Loretta. Hey, cool, Cody. Hey, that's cool. You know. It goes to good use. Now I got a mobile setup. We got a whole different. I'll move my camera when we sign off. But so I made a little table in the bedroom. This is where the dog cage used to be. Now the dog cage is folded up. We have a table. We have a big monitor, a secondary laptop. So the cool thing was yesterday. So Bright House yesterday. Since we decided to move the TV in the living room, we're going through this whole midlife crisis thing. Finally getting new cabinets. Yeah, Terry, that's fine. I'm not into whatever, you know. I don't. But so Bright House guy was saying, "Hey, what kind of work you do?" And I said, "Oh, I do a lot of computer work. You know, I do websites and work for search engine companies doing some stuff." And I said, "You know, my summer gig, I'm pretty busy in the hurricane season." And he's like, "Oh yeah, what do you do?" And I'm like, "Oh, I run a website." He's like, "Oh my God, you're that guy, Mike." He goes, and he freaked out, you know, and he's a big fan, and told me that when Spectrum does any of their meetings, they're like, "Oh, you need to follow this guy. This guy's great." So now bottom line on that is I got an in with Spectrum. So if I ever need internet, I'm going to have to ask somebody on the big wig side to get ASAP coverage. Like, hey, I need a truck out here like right now. We have no internet. Because they want to be the official internet provider of Mike's Weather Page. We made it through. We made it through Irma without losing internet. So I give them props. Hey, Elizabeth, you know what's funny about that? I bought a green screen. I did. And this would be the perfect place to do it. Because I could put it up on a projector thingy. So I did buy a green screen. I don't know where it's at. It's in the garage somewhere. That's next year. We're going to evolve. We're going to evolve into bigger, better things. But all right, so a couple things. Let's see. Again, big props to my one of our longest sponsors here, Roadkill T-shirts. Michael, let's pull them up real quick. Roadkill T-shirts. I know if you guys watched yesterday, I showed it, but they've been sponsors of the site for a while, and I needed some softball shirts. The girls are going to be zombies this weekend, so he's hooking up our team with shirts, and they're going to say our team name, the Zombies, and we got blood wrapped around the side. So check out Roadkill. They got cool Halloween shirts if you're looking for something funny to wear on Halloween. Really cheap stuff. Funny stuff. So take a look at it. We showed them a lot last year. They did a lot. I think we're going to do more with them in the winter months. So there's that. All right, so back to the weather. We got cold weather. We got tropics we're watching. Not a lot of concern. It's not going to have a lot of time. If they're talking, this thing's already going to be up here Friday into Saturday. It's only going to have a day over water tomorrow. These things take time. It's pretty sloppy looking at the surface maps and all the spinach maps, and really realistically, it's over land right now, so it's not going to have hardly any time to do anything today. It's got a lot of land to cross. This is the little window tomorrow into Friday, so little window tomorrow, and we're going to look at some spinach maps here. We can take a look at some vorticity maps. There's really nothing. It's over land, so it's just a blob. Hey, Laura Lee, I don't know about that. Are you talking about on the website? I hope. So these Google ads are very fascinating. So Google ads are great. I only keep them on the left side, but they put ads up based on what you've been searching. So like one time we were looking for a new couch, and lo and behold, the next ad came up, and it was all the couches at Ashley Furniture. So they know what you're looking at. So if you go out of town, sometimes it's crazy, like in a hotel or something, and you'll get some weird ads because that's based on the IP address of the hotel that you're logged into. And sometimes you'll get into some really odd ads. So if you get anything on there that's like offensive, it's not on purpose. Put it that way. Car show, Mobile Saturday. Oh my goodness, it does look pretty bad, Whitney. What's up, Rick? Soft porn. Where was that? I don't even know. Did I have something? That's his banner ad. There's clothes. She's got clothes on. That's I think, I don't know. Maybe I had something on I wasn't supposed to. But hey, you never know what you're gonna get. It's like Mike's weather page is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get. Florida Panhandle Joan, you might get rain. Maybe Saturday morning. Cindy, it's very scary how those ads work. Very scary. I mean, very scary. Like, if you're looking at something on eBay will have an ad. Are you sure you're still interested? I think they're ingenious because, like I said, let's see, I'm going to do a refresh. Make sure nothing pops up. Weather. Here's a good one for me. Weather Siren app. Sounds pretty cool, right? Weather Siren. Accurate weather forecast on your desktop. So most of the time they're pretty cool. I like them. Spectrum Enterprise. We're talking about Spectrum. There's Spectrum. They've got me now. Spectrum Enterprise. Fiber Internet. They're watching me. Spectrum. PayPal. It's fun. I don't know. I keep them on this side. Let's see what else you guys talking about. Roadkill. Yeah. It's a little provocative. Hey Michelle. Yeah, if you don't like them, you can always a little trick here. You can. I have what's it called? I don't even know what it's called. My other browser's got it. I have ad block on my Chrome. Works great. So doesn't offend me. If you have ad block, it's all good. I have ad block on my work computer because I have to, because we do search engine work. Let's see. 7 p.m. downtown. What day is that? Yeah, that's probably a little loud. I got the microphone. Yeah, I blocked the ads. All right, so what else is cooking? Let's see real quick before we sign off. There's no watches today. That's great. This is always a good map to see. Nothing organized today for storms. Tomorrow, as our next front comes in, unfortunately, look at this. Storms pick back up tomorrow. Springtime pattern. Jet streams dipping. This is the front that ultimately going to pick up our juice down the Caribbean that cross over to the Gulf. So this is tomorrow. Front storms brewing. The A3 outlook. that kind of gives you the idea. Friday, all this moisture is going to get pulled up. So this might turn into a little bit more on day 3, but gives you an idea. So there's that. Let's see what else we can talk about weather-wise. Radar is empty right now. It's cool weather. I thought this was kind of interesting. This is your global tropics hazards map. This shows basically no more tropics stuff on the horizon. But this blue, I've really never ever seen this blue. But this is cooler, below normal temperatures in a huge part of the country coming up. And they've been talking about this big cold snap coming down most of the U.S., central U.S., going into November. But unfortunately, it leaves out southeast for our chances. So no weather problems today, Kathy. Nope. Arizona. Holy cow! I don't know. Let's look at the long range radar here for the next few days and see what we're looking at. I mean, just for fun, we can look at. Well, we'll look at NAM. I like the NAM. The NAM's a good model for the next for radar. Pretty accurate. We'll just do the whole U.S. Take a look at what we're looking at. Here's the estimated radar going into the next few days. It's running now, so we got to go to the 06 hour, but I don't know if I can make that smaller or not. A little bit. All right, so here's our radar. This is the next 60 hours. So there's upper level low and the dipping that next front coming down. This is going into tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning, 12 a.m. So 7 a.m. tomorrow. This is Eastern time, so 6 a.m. Central time. There's our next front rolling down. This is tomorrow, and there's our energy rolling in from the Gulf, coming down. Friday morning. Look at that. Friday morning they merge. Look at that. This is early. This is late Thursday night, early Friday morning. There's our front, and we could have storms in Texas. And here's our Gulf energy that could end up being maybe something tropical. And NHC's got it at 30%. They merge together. There's your big rains rolling in. This is Friday morning. So Friday morning, overnight Friday morning into Friday 7 a.m.-ish. Here's your big rains, 6 a.m. So there's your big rains, Texas. And then your panhandle. This is all, sloppy mess Friday right here. Boom. Early morning Friday, big sloppy mess here going into Louisiana. The two merge together, making one big, massive, blobby mess on Friday noontime. So another rainy day, Louisiana, Friday. Bummer. Hey, Jason. Bonnie, what's up? Yeah, the loop eddies, I don't think they were affected much at all. We can look at water temp maps. Here's your knot. These update every week. I don't know if this is going to show Nestor's. But we still got a little blue left over from Dorian over here. Look at that. These are your anomaly maps, and Gulf's still all really hot. The Gulf's way hotter than normal, big time hot. So this will be the area to watch. It'll have plenty of fuel in the Gulf. Really hot. That's pretty much the hottest spot in the Atlantic right now is the Western Gulf as far as anomaly goes. Warmer than average. And we still have plenty of heat potential map. Plenty of energy in the Gulf. That's kind of what blew up that big storm we saw Friday roll into Florida. We talked about it the day before. We're like, hey, this energy is going to cross over that loop eddy and all these warm Gulf waters, and man, we saw it blow up big time. Category 2. EF2 tornado in Florida, very rare. Very rare. There's your loop eddy warm water. So I'm not drinking. What's this hump day? Let's see. Yep. Whitney, yep. East Coast Florida, definitely feeling the cool weather. A couple storms hung out over there for a few days. Hey, Tiki, cool name. Galveston, man, you might escape the rains. Friday looks the worst. Saturday looks great. So Tiki, your threat will be more Friday, maybe even Thursday night. Should escape Texas early Friday. What else going? Dorian. Hey, Kathy. Yeah, Dorian. So, big phenomenon over the years. It's pretty fascinating, but slow-moving systems basically pull up warm ocean water, and usually that warm ocean water helps fuel the systems and make them intensify. And if you get a slow-moving system over the water, it actually pulls up the cool water from underneath the ocean and brings it up to the surface. And a system obviously is blocking the sun, and B, it's actually pulling up cooler water from below, and it uses that hot water to fuel it. And what happens with these slow-moving systems, we see it all the time on these tracks, is that actually it'll pull up the cold Atlantic water below, and takes a while for those waters to warm back up. So Dorian obviously sat over the Bahamas there for several days and brought up a lot of cool water from deep below. These loop eddies that we're looking at here, these are pools of warm water that stem from Central America that ultimately go around the Gulf Stream. And they're just rivers of warm water in the ocean, and they break off in the Gulf. And this loop eddy here used to be at the beginning of the season. This is a snapshot that I did beginning of the season, because I can't put a live picture on. But this is what it looked like early in the season when I took the snapshot. This loop eddy is like a river. It actually breaks off, and then we ultimately get this little guy right here. It's a clockwise spinning motion, and we have another one that looks like it's going to break off. And they break off, and they kind of float in the ocean. And these this is what fed Harvey. This is what fed Katrina. Michael fed into this, unfortunately. But they were already developed systems. So really, the loop eddies don't make a system develop anymore. It just, if you have a developing low pressure system. And then what we saw with the blob last Friday was intense convection occurred over these loop eddies. And even though we didn't see any sort of circular convection and formation, it fed this convection because of the warm water, and we saw this thing blow up. So I could definitely see a similar scenario developing if this low pressure stays intact tomorrow. We could definitely see convection blow up again like we saw with Nestor. And because that front's coming down, we see history repeats itself. And sometimes we get into these patterns, even with hurricanes, like the year 2004, we saw the storms coming across. We see patterns. The pattern we're seeing here, low pressure, front coming down, hanging out over warm water, possible blow up of convection. The core of the system might go northward, but this big old blow up of convection, we could be looking at an exact repeat of last week, going Friday, Saturday again into Florida. I mean, it's not out of the question. So, tomorrow we're going to watch it close. Thursday, we'll see what it does. There'll be a system out here we're watching. As far as like major hurricane, very, 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 very unlikely. I don't even know if it has enough time to become organized. But as far as convection, blob, yes, if that makes sense. So anyway, it's interesting. We're, like I said, history repeats itself. We get these patterns of weather, and we got a front coming down, energy pulling up. They're all going to converge here in East Texas, Louisiana, Friday. Upper Panhandle, possibly Mississippi, Alabama, right here. We could have the front push. That was our new bingo word. If you play bingo, I want push because it reminds me of Bush. Bush beer. So we can look up a Bush beer commercial. You know what I'm talking about. This is because I'm a NASCAR fan. So let's do the Bush commercial.
I'm going to open up 2 beers. Okay. You tell me which sounds more refreshing.
Gotcha.
This one? Or this one?
Bush. Definitely the one that went bush.
Push. All right, hey, listen, somebody asked about the Texas tornadoes. EF3, devastating tornado. Yes, I was shocked it was in a 4. I don't really know the parameters, but man, we saw complete destruction. I know a lot of it has to do with the amount of damage is how they rate these things. But man, we saw Home Depot crushed in. It was, officially EF3. Jenny, I can do that again. Hey, Jerry. Hey, what's up? Jerry with Safety Harbor. NASCAR had their best ratings this week, too, by the way. I was pretty excited for NASCAR. I don't want to see them die. I love NASCAR. Yeah, it was a strong EF3, Whitney. And sometimes they do post-analysis, and they change that. I'd be willing to bet it gets to be an EF4 just by some of that damage that I saw. And Lakeland tornado, EF2, but we saw bricks down, too. I mean, probably the most impressive tornado was the EF1 down in Cape Coral, as we saw some pretty big damage down that way too. All right, somebody asked about radar again. Let's go ahead and look at radar just for fun. They were asking, here's your radar. Let's go ahead and look at, this is your radar through, here's Thursday morning. All right, so let's just do it in timestamp. Thursday morning, again, front coming down, Gulf blob. This is going to change once that blob gets a little better structure to it, I have a feeling. But here's Friday morning. So Friday morning, there's our big rains setting into East Texas with our front, upper Gulf, Friday morning. Saturday morning right here. So the rains push off east, start pulling up more in the middle U.S., upper Gulf, Saturday morning right here. And then Sunday morning right here, very late, light rain rolling in. So question will be what kind of energy we get from our Gulf areas. So NAC's watching it, 30% this morning, so we'll keep an eye on it. There's really not a lot of model support right now. But, and I was surprised they went up to 30%, to tell you the truth. So, not that it means anything, just sometimes they hover around 10%, 20%, 30% this morning. The next update will be at 2 o'clock. But it really doesn't mean anything until this thing crosses Yucatan here and gets into the Bay of Campeche. So, hey, Laura Lynn, I think that's how you say it. Laura Lynn, what's up? Dawn, TMI, what did I say? Eric, oh my God. So, all right, you brought up a cool point. The frogs. So, so I was going to college, and I thought I wanted to be an engineer, and the Budweiser Frogs came out, and it hit me that I wanted to be into marketing, because I was addicted to Super Bowl commercials like nobody's business. I was so addicted to that's what started off right here. The whole world stopped. I swear to God. I guarantee the whole world was quiet when that commercial ran in the Super Bowl, because it was like, huh? And then the Super Bowl got into all these kick-ass commercials, and then they got into the tech commercials. And I was so depressed in the 90s because all of a sudden the big money started spending money on the commercials, and they were the most boring commercials ever. And I'm like, what the hell, man? The whole point of watching the Super Bowl was the commercials. And then they got boring. That was so fun. God, I remember that. And then, Budweiser was great. I used to drink Budweiser. I love Budweiser. Remember, give me a light, give me a light, give me Bud Light. I mean, what happened to all the good ads? Spud McKenzie, it was everything went corporate. Like there was fun with ads. Now everything's so like.
Give me a light. Bud Light.
If you just ask for a light beer, you never know what you'll get.
Pitcher of light.
Bud Light.
So if you want the less filling...
Comedy sells, man. We'll get back to that. Marketing got way too technical, I think. So anyway, all right, what else is going on? Yeah, Michelle, I posted that one with the frogs, with the horses. That was a great commercial. I actually played it during on 9/11. Apparently, it only ran once, or during not sure how many times it ran, but I heard it only ran one time. Just Google Mike's weather page, and the ad for PBR came up. Imagine that. Doritos were good too. Oh yeah, Doritos. All right, so fun. All right, so again, there's our blob. Let's take a look at that one last time. We're gonna watch this thing throughout the day. No big deal. We're just enjoying the cool weather. Dew point's really low today. It's warming back up. Let's look at some long-term weather maps real quick here on Tropical Tidbits. Could be a big cold front coming Halloween day for most of the country. Big cold front. We'll take a look at that. Contours. I always hit the wrong one. You know that. Shaded. So let's take a look at this one last time. Here's your temperatures. And we'll see the next cold front rolls in. It's inching its way down. There's the big one over the weekend. This is Friday. This is November 1st. Okay, so. Yeah, it's going to take. Yeah, there you go. For November 1st and 2nd. So. Doesn't look like the next real big cold front's coming down until the end of October. Early November. So it could be a hot. Here's your unfortunately, a big unfortunately, in the South. Oh my God, our fire pit Halloween night. Cheese and crackers, man. Every year we try to put a fire pit out on Halloween, and I usually do, and I'm usually stubborn, and I hear people make fun of me. But now we're talking 90 degrees, Halloween night, Middle Florida. I don't know if I'm going to do I don't know if I'm going to do it. That's Halloween night forecast, folks, for the South. That's just the GFS. We can go a couple other. That's CMC, actually. Let's see what the GFS says. Oh, hey, look at that. A little warmer. I like that. Or cooler. That's interesting. So the GFS is basically saying that cold front's going to get here a day early. So we have hope. That's what we were looking at a few days ago. Wow. Big difference. So the GFS, there's hope. That was we looked at this. Here's Thanksgiving or Halloween night, 30s way down in the middle of Florida. This is that big cold front coming. So we do have a cold front coming end of the month. It's just a matter if it gets here on Halloween or the day after. Look at that. 55 degrees in middle Florida on November 1st. So the timing of this cold front, man, oh my God. Look at that. Oh, GFS. Let's hope the GFS is right. Because the GFS says the cold front's one day early and we could have 50s in Florida on Halloween night. We showed this a couple days ago and it was showing this, and then it went back. So it's a timing thing. The cold front's coming. It's just a matter of will it get here Halloween or November 1st? Because this is the case, we can have that fire pit. And it's going to be rocking. 60s, 50s. And let's see. I can do the euro. Let's just look at the euro real quick, and then we'll say see you later, alligator. Here's the euro. Let's take a look at the euro southeast. See what it says on the timing of our front. And this is the first official broadcast from the bedroom studio. Coming to you live from Mike's bedroom. I usually sleep on the couch. It's more comfortable. I don't know. So now we got a mobile studio in the bedroom here, and it works. So, and I'm running wirelessly too. So that's good. All right. So we're taking a look at long term. All right. So here's the cool thing. All right. Let's watch. Here's the timing of the Halloween cold front. This is what the Euro says. Here is Halloween Eve. Here's our cold front inching in. Here's 7 a.m. This is 7 a.m. Halloween day. Cold front. Big cold front. Big. This might be the biggest one of the year, Halloween right here. And then here is when it comes through Florida. And see, the timing is kind of not make it. It's going to be right here. This is what the Euro says. Halloween night in the 80s, going with the CMC. Timing of the cold front's a day late, dollar short. And then there is Friday morning. So our cold front's going to make its way through Friday night, or Halloween night, but it's still going to be hot. Might be rainy. What if it's going to be rainy? That would suck. Let's take a look at the rains. Maybe the cold front's going to bring rains to the south. Oh yeah, it's got rain with it. Oh boy, not good. Not good for somebody. Here's this is 7 a.m. Halloween day. So as our front indeed passes Halloween night, we're gonna have rain attached to it. So it could be hot in Florida, could be raining, or hopefully this thing speeds up. But could possibly be a rainy night in Florida in the southeast. This is trick or treat hours right here. So this is trick or treat hours Friday night or Thursday night. Trick or treat hours Thursday night. Possibly rains across a lot of the East Coast down into Florida as our front comes. So I would be thinking about some indoor Halloween backup plans starting now. If you like to do trick-or-treating. And if they pass the new law, we should just have Halloween on Saturday night. That'd be great. Cool. Hey, what's up, Katie? Favorite candy would definitely be Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Oh my God, I could eat those with milk. Oh, Lord have mercy. I don't think I had one in a year. My favorite hurricane snack are M&Ms. We had some fans from up north. I wish I remember their names. A couple ladies sent me some M&Ms. Pretty cool. There you go. All right, cool. All right, so we got a lot to watch. Nothing today. Enjoy the day. Nothing to stress about. We're going to be watching our golf blog, merging with the front this weekend. That's pretty much the only thing to talk weather-wise. And there you go. All right, cool. Well, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to upload it to YouTube. We got through the grinding. We have grinding in the bedroom. What's that mean? It's a G-rated show. When does the new Mr. Rogers movie come out, by the way? Let's take a look at that. Because I just said G-rated. It comes out, I don't know. Doesn't say. When does it come out? Is it already out? Premiere date? I don't know. It's coming out. I grew up watching Mr. Rogers. So I'm kind of excited about that. I think it's just trailers out right now. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. So there you go. Remember Bozo the Clown? I used to grow. Let's see if we can find Bozo the Clown. I used to love Bozo the Clown in the mornings. The grand prize game. Here we go. Here's Bozo the Clown. This is what I grew up watching in the morning.
Call me clown, I like to travel round and round. The circus is my home. I always seem to... I'll be able to push the Boozemobile right over to the side of the circus, and we'll be all
game.
chest of toys waiting for you in our giant bonanza wheel here. Do you see this wheel? We got some wonderful things for you right here. Give the magic bonanza wheel a spin.
Hey, what's up, Sarah? Cool. Yeah, you know, oh yeah, don't forget Louie. Yeah, it sucks getting older when you remember watching all these cool shows growing up. Man, I watched Chips and Emergency 51 and Golden Girl or Facts of Life. Feel like it's like, man, where'd all them times go? All right, Captain Kangaroo, I remember that one too. Captain Kangaroo, yeah, I remember that. Remember that one? Remember Dukes of Hazzard on Friday night? Ooh, what the hell was that? That was Rusty. Come here, Louie. All right, we're going to get Louie real quick, and then we'll say goodbye. Here's Louie. Come here, Louie. Oh, there's Louie. Here's Louie. There's my boy. There's your morning Louie. There's morning Louie shot. Let's get the camera up so I can make sure he's in it. Here you go, Louie. Say hi to your fans. They're asking for you. What do you think, Louie? Say hi, buddy. There he is. Posing for you. He sits in the palm of my hand. Look at that. Look at that. One hand. Whoa, look at that. Whoa. You didn't like that very much. I caught him. It's like, Daddy. All right, cool. Well, hey, listen, we'll do it tomorrow. My mobile studio. Yeah, Louie's grown and he's pissed. Yeah, actually, he's a French Bulldog. And he's on Instagram. You got to follow him. He's got 300 fans, I think. Instagram. I don't know what we're up to now. Instagram, Hurricane Louie. Here he is. Let's see. He's got 318 followers. Instagram. There he is. Look at that. There's all my pictures of Louie. There's Natalie Decker. Cindy, one of our fans, submitted the Chucky outfit to Louie. There's Louie in the Mustang. There's Louie chilling. Yeah, we got them all. Look at that. Look at that. He's got us. Look at Louie in the Miller Lite box. There's Sarah doing the Lion King impression of Louie. There's Louie going down a slide. Yeah, it's cool, man. He's a fun dog. There's Rusty. There's Louie drinking a Jack, smoking a fake cigarette. There's fake. my boy. What's up, Louie? You being a good boy? You being a good boy, Louie? What you think, huh? Just hanging there? Just chilling? That's fake. Fake cigarette. Fake. I don't smoke. So anyway, Louie's a year and a half. Gail, what's up? But anyway, that's cool. All right, hey, what's up? Rusty, yeah, Rusty's great. Rusty, come here, buddy. Come here. We can show Rusty. It might show up on the camera. Come here, buddy. Come here, Rusty. See, I can turn the camera down. You see Rusty. There's Rusty. Rusty, come here. Rusty. Where you at, Rusty? Oh, he's walking away. He's mad. He's all confused because he hears people in the living or in the kitchen. He wants to go out there and beat him up. All right, cool. Hey, thanks for joining. I get crazy, I know. We'll do this again tomorrow. I'm gonna upload it to YouTube, and we're gonna watch Tropics. No big worries. Enjoy your cool day. Melissa, nothing to look out for. Just big rains in Louisiana, Texas, into Friday. Slight chance of tropical development. You know, I'm going to be watching this big blob again. This could be a repeat. You know, one thing I've been learning, history repeats itself, and we're looking at almost the same setup as Nestor, again, with tropical energy crossing over the Yucatan, almost exact pattern, front coming down. We'll see what happens tomorrow into Friday, but we could be looking at another blob developing, pushing off into Florida. So that'll be my outside of the box thinking. Overall, tropic development low. And then if we did, it would be into the weekend, unfortunately, for Upper Gulf. So that's what we're watching. And that's cool. Hey, Dale, yeah. Squall line next week, Dale, yeah. And long term looking, we're looking at Halloween storms rolling in through the Gulf Thursday, Friday of next week. Our next Gulf southeast rain threat as our front pattern's locked in. Remember growing up, we have fronts every 7 days, it seems like. Well, we're in a every week pattern again now for fronts coming down. So this week's front's happening this weekend, then we got one next weekend with Halloween. So there you go. Appreciate all you supporters out there. Love you guys. Thank you all the fans, the ABC, Sparks. Started selling our, we had a lot of requests for the tropical IPA shirt. So I put that out there for anybody that's interested, and not trying to cram selling down, but we are a brand now, and people like our brand, and it's a cool damn looking logo, Drunk Donkey IPA. So there you go. So if you're interested, it says Florida Born on it, pretty cool. So if you got any Florida Born drinkers, it might be a cool shirt for Christmas, because it's like a novelty shirt, you know, and you can get it in 15,000 different colors. Like, literally, purple, red, black, white, pink. So, cool. All right, hey, I can ramble all day. Gotta go. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place, in the bedroom at Mike's house. With my clothes on. Bye. But for $5, maybe they come off. No, that's a different chat room. I do that at 11.